Hi, my name is Beer and let's start with Fallout New Vegas Ultimate PCR. This is a legendary game and this deal is the best version of it possible. Pack contains DLCs like Dead Money, Honest Hearts, Old World Blues, Lonesome Road and so on. So basically if you play the game when it initially came out or never tried it, this version is the best way to experience Fallout New Vegas. Keep in mind that this is one of the best Fallout games ever created. You know, including classic games and new ones, Fallout New Vegas outshines them all. Everyone who played New Vegas is talking quite unanimously about its greatness. The game was created by Obsidian, the same guys who made Fallout clone The Outer Worlds and now are probably making the Elder Scrolls clone named Avowed. So serious clone people made this serious game and this price is kinda friendly. Not like all the inhabitants of the desert you will encounter in game. Hellslave. An interesting game for the fans of Darkest Dungeon. Here the world is coming to an end and humanity is on the brink of extinction. A very original and innovative plot never heard before. So you will have to save humanity from a demon invasion by making a pact with the devil and praising one of 6 demons to avoid humanity's demise into darkness. You will have to use your newly acquired demonic power against the invaders, but it may have a bigger impact on you than you thought. You'll customize your character around a passive skill tree, discover and experiment with dozens of traits and demonic powers. Also find great synergies between skills and achieve destructible combos to send your adversaries back to hell, or just to hell if they were never in hell before. You know, just to make things clear. People on Steam are saying that the game has an amazing art style, dark and gritty theme and amazing first act, but it lacks polish and may become a bit boring over time. Despite that, the price is quite nice, and if you are a fan of these dungeon crawlers, it may be a good game for you to try. Tomb Raider. It is in the 80th place among the best rated Steam games of all time. Yeah, I was surprised as well. So it's fair to say that this is the best Tomb Raider game ever released. And if you were thinking about playing some game from this franchise but couldn't decide where to start, there is your answer. Start with this one. I probably don't even have to say that this game is a proud owner of an overwhelmingly positive review score. Although Tomb Raider is quite short, you can probably beat it in one weekend over 2 longer sessions of gameplay. But that also makes it perfect for those who don't like games with 50 or more hours of story. Planet Zoo. Remember when you were a child and in a zoo you saw some dumb animal and then you said something like,
"I want that, I wish I could keep it."
and then your mother just slapped you and said,
"It's a lion, it would eat you."
and you were like,
"No, I don't think so."
yeah, kids are dumb, but the point of this story is that now you can keep a lion, and giraffe, crocodile and elephant, and not one but as many as you want. And the funny thing is that you are just as unsuitable to keep them now as it was back then when you were a kid. All your animals would get sick and die, or they will die because you'll forget to feed them or give them more cosmos. Well, I mean space. And it's a fun game if you are ready not to cry over imaginary animals and their imaginary deaths. Base game itself is very cheap, but it has like 8 or 9 DLCs, so it will suck your wallet dry. Be careful. Totally accurate battle simulator. If you are just bored and want to kill some time in single player without thinking too much, I doubt there is a better game for that than Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. At first, it's really funny. Second, it challenges your IQ and actual tactical skills. All you need to do is to choose your units, place them strategically and press the fight button. They will do all the battling part by themselves and you will observe it like some overarching god who has no power to influence anything anymore. So when your army is ripped apart and its scattered remains lie on the ground, then you may think of another strategy and try again, and then again. Some of the battles in the campaign are crazy hard and it will squeeze your IQ through your nostrils. Also, if you have some doubts, the game has about 100,000 reviews left on Steam and the score is really close to 100%. I'm not kidding, it's probably one of the best rated games on the whole Steam. GTFO. This is a 4-player cooperative game. Good news for you, since you are obviously short of friends, the vacuum of your life can be filled with bots here. Playing with them can be irritating at first, but when you learn their mechanics, it's actually quite fun.
Said every lonely person ever.
Oh, shut up. Of course, game developers still recommend playing with real people since the game requires a level of communication and tactical combat, and a good strategy is necessary to win the game. Many of the creatures of GTFO are suspended in state of hibernation hibernation, so light, noise and vibrations can easily wake these sleepers up. Better leave your multi-purpose, noisy, vibrating flashlight at home, so if one of the creatures knows you are there, they all know. Be cautious when deciding on shooting. This game will truly test your patience, since it is a hardcore shooter and it doesn't have a difficulty setting. Although despite the fact that the graphics and atmosphere are amazing, GTFO can become quite repetitive rather quickly. Kingdom Come Deliverance. If you take Skyrim and strip it of dragons, trolls, elves and magic, you might get a very boring game. Not as boring as your sister, but really, you may think that it would probably suck. But these Czech developers who created Kingdom Come Deliverance managed to make a realistic medieval Skyrim-like game that is not only not boring, but is one of the most famous open-world games nowadays. It has a great story, interesting missions and a really beautiful world set in an ancient part of nowadays Czech Republic. So grab your wooden sword and show everyone how to fight. Well, I'll be honest, this game is terribly hard at the beginning. A simple drunken peasant will destroy your dignity at ease. The learning curve is not friendly at all, but you will learn, everyone learns. You're not worse than everyone, right? Although in general, the harsh reality of a level 1 villager that decided to become a warrior is not very pleasant, like in any game. And combat here is very realistic. I'm not kidding, some duels against stronger foes can span 15 minutes or even more. Here you will really feel like a lone warrior fighting for your life. Immersion definitely over 9000. Noita. This is the game which will allow you to dive straight into adventure without sinking many hours preparing for battle. Noita is a magical action roguelite game set in a world where every pixel is physically simulated. Here you'll fight, explore, melt, burn, freeze and evaporate your way through the procedurally generated world using spells you created by yourself. So,
Vitus delitus
and
vodcus autos of thinus eros.
is an option at last. You will explore a variety of environments ranging from coal mines to freezing wastelands, while delving deeper in search for unknown mysteries and use your magic to crush your enemies and manipulate the world around you. The game is really fun and is a rare owner of overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. That alone should put this game onto your radar. Nobody saves the world. When an ancient calamity reawakens, who can save the world? And the answer is nobody. That's you. You are nobody. Not in real life. In real life, you are an awesome, beautiful person. Never doubt that. Now, subscribe. So here you'll master the art of transformation to become a slug, ghost, dragon, a horse, or someone else. Like an egg, for example. Actually, here you'll find more than 15 distinct forms you can become of. You can mix and match abilities in unexpected ways to unlock and complete even more challenging quests. You can explore a vast overworld on your own or with a friend online. This game is not only beautifully drawn, but it's kinda crazy as well, just like your sister.
Fight Grab.
Mortal Kombat is for the weak. If you want to become a really strong and respectful warrior, there is another way better game for that. You may think that I am joking, but
Fight Grab.
it has 93% of positive reviews, so it's officially better than most fighting games ever released. You will take control of a simulated, physics-powered grab and fight various opponents with one basic rule: flip your enemy over to win. Take advantage of a wide range of equipment to beat your opponent down. Claws, swords, guns, armor, jet engines and more. Maybe a dildo, I don't know. And you have to stop your opponent's blade with your pincers, run along walls and generally go full-on crab with all the fighting techniques at your disposal. This game is just like you always wanted fight games to be, but probably never realized.
Fight Grab.
We'll end that ravenous fighting game hunger you were feeling for years.
Or maybe not, I don't know, maybe you are just a monkey on a branch in the zoo and you just like how my channel sounds.
Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator. This is a really unique and satisfying game. Here you will learn how to make various potions, from rat poison to love elixir, which you can later give to your mother-in-law so she would love you more than her actual daughter.
What a devious plan this is.
Also here you can buy various ingredients from traveling merchants or grow them by yourself in your medieval garden. Game has about 90% of positive reviews for a reason. People on Steam are saying that Potion Craft is a really relaxing chill game without many restraints, like you know, time that runs out. No, nothing like that here. Really simple yet thoughtful game. Sable. Here you'll embark on a unique and unforgettable journey and guide Sable through her gliding, which is a rite of passage that will take you across vast deserts and mesmerizing landscapes capped with the remains of spaceships and ancient wonders. You'll explore the dunes on your hoverbike, scale monumental ruins and encounter other nomads as you unearth mysteries long forgotten and discover what you're hiding behind your mask. The game is single player only and you can already see that it is a work of art. There is a lot in this world just waiting to be discovered and explored. People on Steam are talking that the game is a little bit similar to the Breath of the Wild. The world is open and the amount of quests here won't let you get bored. Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles. This title can be really entertaining for those who like farming and crafting games like Stardew Valley, My Time at Portia and similar ones. Although it's not on the same level of quality, it's way shorter and smaller than those aforementioned, but it's really cute and interesting. If you have a hunger for games like that, it may be a good choice. Yonder is a relaxing open-world adventure set in a natural island paradise with 8 distinct environments ranging from tropical beaches to snow-capped summits. But this land is not as perfect as it seems. The mysterious murk has taken hold of a land, so your task is to
Remove it.
Dawn of Man. This is a nice city-building game where you control some ancient people, hunt mighty mammoths, gather various herbs and build Stonehenges. Although, what is the meaning of them? The game also has great AI. Not as great as a Skynet, but that is nice because Dawn of Man will fail if it tries to conquer the real world. Although we never know what simple AI is plotting against us. We will never know until it's too late. The biggest flaw of the game, in my opinion, is the game's color palette. Boring greenish-brownish tones everywhere can be really hard to the eye, and the game itself is focused on survival and not war, so keep that in mind if you like to wage battles. Of course, there are some war elements. You have to defend your settlements from various raider scum, but that's almost it. Beautiful Desolation. I can honestly say that this is one of the coolest games I have ever played. It may sound silly because this is actually a point-and-click game, but it was made so well I was very impressed during my playthrough and I still am. They wanted to create something original, something different and never seen before, and I can clearly say that they succeeded. I promise you that story-wise you never played anything like that. The whole game feels like some that surrealistic sci-fi dream of Carl Sagan, with weird characters, weird conversations and weird atmosphere in general that somehow still makes sense. If you ever read anything by Philip K. Dick, you will understand what I'm talking about. And this game is pure art, but it's hard. It won't guide you by a hand or penis, and puzzles you have to solve are no joke. So prepare to be mentally humiliated and deal with the fact that your IQ is not as high as you think it is. Forager. This is a 2D open-world title inspired by exploration, farming and crafting games such as Stardew Valley, Terraria and Zelda. You will start small and improve your base, skills, equipment, network of friends and enemies, and build your future as you see fit. You can play Forager almost anywhere you want, so as the name of the game suggests, you will be doing quite a lot of foraging, also fishing, mining, hunting, farming and digging as well. Explore different biomes and showcase your best discoveries at the local museum. Here you'll also build and grow a base out of nothing and buy land to explore and expand. Game has a lot of RPG elements as well, so you will level up and learn new skills, abilities and blueprints. People on Steam are saying that the game is very addictive and is about 17 hours long, so you can finish it during your lazy weekend. Shadow Warrior 2. You shall need to survive as a mercenary on the edge of a corrupted world. You will wield a devastating combination of guns, blades, and magic, and with these awesome tools you will eradicate the demonic legions overwhelming the world. You can play it alone or in 4-player co-op. Game features procedurally generated landscapes, powerful new weapons, armor, and arcane relics of legend. You will find an array of over 70 lethal blades and explosive firearms. Choose your weapon based on the situation at hand and then dismantle everything that stands in your path with an advanced gore system.
You don't need to be this intact, kind sir.
The game also has destructible terrain that explodes in satisfying ways. It's like if you put the Borderlands and Doom into the Cronenberg's machine, and the Shadow Warrior would be the result of the merging. The game takes about 8 hours to beat, so the deal is really sweet. Absolutely delicious spoon of juicy potato salad. Mutazione, or however it is pronounced, a delightfully quirky indie game. Here you play as Kai, who has traveled to the mysterious town of Mutazione to care for her sick grandfather. Because you know, like in every game, you want him to leave that workshop for you, right? So you want him dead as soon as possible. I'm kidding, of course, and my humor is dark, but this game is obviously for more mature players. Also, this is a very short game. You'll complete it in just a few hours. But during your time with the game, you'll speak to the town's bizarre yet delightful creatures, explore the surrounding areas, and even grow some crops. CARRION. Here you'll take control of this cute little creature that just wants to go home, and you will learn as you go that the more healthy food you eat, the bigger you get. There are all kinds of food in this facility, you won't be going hungry. But remember kids, that sometimes to be the fattest in the class is not the best for your health. So this game teaches us that if you have eaten too much, you can just leave your innards and be slim again. CARRION is a great game which will teach you that no matter how you look, you can always look worse. Eastshade. Nothing shady about this game, in fact it's hard to find some darker corner here. You are a traveling painter exploring the island and capturing the world on your canvas. Talk to the inhabitants to learn about their lives, make friends and help those in need. Visit cities, scale summits, unearth mysteries and discover forgotten places. Although as I always say, if you are used to killing stuff in games, you will find the lack of violence here really disturbing. You will find no enemies to maim, hack or slash, nobody to shoot, no dripping blood or intestines on the floor, and no usual possessed undead babies climbing down on the ceiling. So keep in mind that all this friendliness may really shock you. Play it at your own risk. Kenshi. This is a free-roaming, squad-based RPG focusing on open-ended sandbox gameplay. You can be a trader, a thief, a rebel, a warlord, a slave, or just food for the cannibals. The freedom is here and it's up to you how you would use it. You can research new equipment and craft new gear, purchase and upgrade your own buildings to use as safe fortified havens when things go bad, or use them to start up a business. Well, it's a sandbox game after all. You can aid or oppose the various factions in the world while striving for the strength and wealth necessary to simply survive in the harsh desert. You will train your men up from puny victims to master warriors, carry your wounded squadmates to safety and get them all home alive. The game is purely single player and it's an owner of overwhelmingly positive reviews left by tens of thousands of people. Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. This is the Dragon Age game that is beloved the most, and this version of the game includes all 9 content packs and even Awakening expansion where you will become the commander of the Grey Wardens and embark on a new campaign. You fight new enemies, learn new spells and fend off the advancing Darkspawn forces. People on Steam are talking that even if this game looks and feels a bit old, you can just download and install 100 mods or so and make it look new and shiny again. Well, I have some doubts about that new shininess, but in general it's not that old and it's enjoyable nowadays. The main story will take about 40 hours to complete and the expansion will take additional 50 hours of your time. That is a great deal, no doubt. And now thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Bye!